Season 2. Deadline day has been massively changed on Football Manager. A lot more happens. A lot of players get offered to you, and our squad does change a fair bit on deadline day. We miss out on one incredible player, but we get a few through the club. And in today's episode, we have all the live little snippets of the Twitch stream that this happened down in this episode, and we go through exactly what has gone on. In terms of post-con demo, this happened about a week ago. I will say I've been away from work, so working away and then coming back and then streaming and then working away. Episode 9 and episode 10 has probably been compromised instead of post-con demo. Episode 10 will have some post-com, this one won't. This is just going to be all those snippets that I filmed whilst live on stream. It does reiterate the fact that links down below to my Twitch. If you want to stay mostly up to date with the save, it's definitely on the Twitch. You can watch VODs back. They're available for 28 days. Give it a like. A big thank you to Skull, who's actually been watching on YouTube and has come across to the Twitch channel now as well. I highly recommend. That is definitely a place to be. If you are enjoying the content, you like the players that we sign, and you are a big fan of Deadline Day now on Football Manager, give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll slap this episode together. And I'll see you guys for next episode, which will be episode 10, and that's an absolute banger as we embark on trying to stay up in the second Bundesliga. Welcome in, YouTube. We have got some live stream action here in this part of the episode. We have not started the league well at all. We actually started the league the same way we started last season. But look at our fixtures here. We've lost our first 5 games of the season, even though we beat Cologne. And if you look last season to our games, we lost the first 5 games of the season, but that included the cup game. So very similar starts. I would definitely say that we're not at the level. We're just, we're copping it. Jan, we were down to 10 men. If it wasn't for the 10 men, probably would have got a point there. But we've played Freiburg and Paderborn, and both came down last season. And Heidemann beat us. It's become apparent Paul Queen's not good enough at centre-back. But, yeah, the squad's in a little bit of an interesting place. And we've come to deadline day, and I wanted to have a little bit of a chat, is that we keep getting free agent offers from America. We've actually found a few guys that have come in and improved the squad. So, we are going to recap them very quickly. Of course, we've obviously got all of these guys coming in the future, which is great. But we go by date, you'll see we've made 4 signings into the first team. We've also got a couple of loanings. So, Jay has officially joined. Pekka Kovic is coming on loan to play on the left because I think Azevedo will be a very good backup option. Yes, he scored a couple of goals. Just feel like backup option on the left or backup left back is a perfect option to have. As in the loanee, Jay Hess is obviously eventually have joined. But Rodrigo Matos was offered to me on loan, 18 years of age, very low fee to buy him, 4 to 40k. So playing him on the right, decent physicals. Yes, we do have, what's his name now? De Freitas coming in from America in a year's time, but if he has a really good year, plus getting him home and homegrown is fantastic little bit of business, and that's what we got to look at too. We're a newly promoted side. We're probably meant to get smacked, and we are getting smacked. Where season preview is dead last, but if we can stay in the job and get these guys interested in joining us and joining and getting them to join us and get them homegrown would be huge. But into the people we bought. So Jordan Lopez, first one in. Just lacked a good backup keeper, and as you can see at 18, very good mentals, 6'1", decent technicals as well. I would dare say that he has a very similar ceiling to Mr. Muller, our keeper, Joel Muller. I do think Joel's our future option because Joel's actually homegrown German and he's 15 compared to the 18-year-old Jordan Lopez. But Joel Muller, I think, will become a better keeper. But if we had a long-term injury at goals for Max Engel, Muller is not ready for first-team football. Lopez, even though he's 18, is probably just about the money, about the mark. So as long as we keep him here until he becomes homegrown, great. And he's probably someone that will develop and actually get sold for profit after he becomes homegrown too. So, that's also important in itself. Brandon Mitchell's the pick of the bunch. This guy was just offered to me and just yes. I think we're definitely moving to a... we're still saying the 4-2-4, but I definitely think we're moving to a 2 advanced forward system. I don't think Jay Hess has much of a pressing forward, and I don't think the poacher really works for either of them because they both can pass and, they're both not like the most craziest of craziest of poachers. But I just think playing 2 advanced forwards, 2 guys off the line, just get them into the space and off we go. Brandon Mitchells is one of those lads. He looks fantastic, and there we are. Ricardo Wickham also came in at the same time. 18 years of age, just a different type of striker. 6'4", can do it all. This guy's probably a little bit more of the poacher if you have a look. Anyway, just good off the last man. But I'm more interested in the fact that he can play target man, support, or attack. Throw this guy up there, 6'4", you need a goal, or it's late in the game, it's 0-0. Start whipping those crosses floating him in the air towards Ricardo, Wickham, and let him start absolutely trying to head them in, I think would be fantastic as well. Apparently he's not on a intensive language course, or was that a leadership course? Oh, whoops. And then lucky Lars, we just lacked the right back. I've been trying to play Stefan at right back. It's not been his fault. It's more the fact we've lacked the middle of the park. You know what it is I've tried to be more creative this season because I've had more creative players. Yet last season we played a box-to-box and a ball-winning midfielder, or a deep line playmaker and defender and a ball-winning midfielder. And Stefan was a big part of that. You take this guy out in the middle of the park, who's been an instrumental part to us, and put him at right back. Yeah, he does the job at right back, but you lose the middle of the park battle. So now that we've got through a very hard month, we've played 2 of the relegated sides from last season here, in our first month. I'm pretty sure Paderborn got relegated. It allows me to keep Stefan in the middle of the park alongside Jeppe Hansen Jr., who has been suspended for 3 games. Does not help when Jeppe Hansen Jr. apparently gets suspended for an elbow, which you never saw. But, yeah, look, allows him to go back in the middle of the park, and there we are. We do also have the option to play a 4-3-3, but I think we're too many strikers in now to play a 4-3-3, because you've got Wickham, Gareth, who has not started well, but I think has the potential to be decent. Definitely an option off the bench is Gareth, but, Lorenz could play at striker too. So, yeah, but what it looks like is that I think it's very obvious to us that we've actually now built, according to our assistant, our brand new assistant here, because I've done a whole staff revamp, that we're building a team that looks not bad on paper. A lot of guys that are close to being they're third Liga players. So we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that are third Liga players, 6 including a keeper. And if they develop this season, there could be a decent Bundesliga too. That puts me in and around the mark that it needs to be in order to be decent. And then we've got other guys obviously learning, a few guys back to the 19s as well. So it is what it is, and hopefully we will be okay going forward. I think we will be. We started very similar last season, so I think we have to remain optimistic. But I also want to point out that this has been my best friend, and we might sign in 5 hours, maybe 1 or 2 more if they're of quality. Definitely for centre-back, who is 18 years or younger, comes up from America. 17, well, they have to be 18 from America to join. They're 18 or 19 and still become homegrown. I'm telling you right now, that centre-back would come in on a free, and we would be trying to maybe find a centre-back. That would be good enough, and that's probably the only position we need. We get that. We just never know. We might find a squad that's good enough to stay up. Welcome back, YouTube. We did make 1 more signing on deadline day, but we also have the tail of another signing. That did not happen, unfortunately. Andy has come in as another centre-back. He just looks like he could do a job. He's 6 foot, decently well-rounded, mentals and physicals, but he's got headering and tackling ability, and marking, positioning and decisions is the easiest thing to work so far this year on FM. So just to get him in was important. It allows me to just have another body at the back, and it makes our squad a lot better. Second though, and it's just so unfortunate, and he maybe will join in 6 months' time, is Destiny Andani. The Nigerian winger was offered to me with an hour left in the window. We got the paperwork signed for him to come in on deadline day, and unfortunately the paperwork did not go through on time, which is unfortunate. You look at him, he's got acceleration, pace, flair off the ball, but more importantly, which excites me the most, is finding a youngster with free kick taking. He's got 14 free kick taking. This is a guy that I think could go to the very top. I know that we have Petkovic on that side that we signed as a backup winger. We know we have Vito, who's a lone winger. But, Petkovic is also a lone winger that's starting. Just to get him in, he only wants a squad player contract. Sit on the bench, go do your thing. I just think it's absolutely just a no-brainer for Destiny to come in. And, yeah, and look at the team now. The team now looks so much better. Look at it eyeballed. It's, Clint Freeman is an 18-year-old that can do a job. We've got a better right back coming in 6 months. Marvin and Andy, it's going to come down to the fact that Andy either plays well enough and gets his spot over Marvin, or Marvin does, and then we got Stefan, the other centre-back, coming in that's going to be amazing from the USA. Adi Barbar's here, and I've just redrawn him a little bit just to hopefully make us a bit more defensively solid. Jeppe and Stefan back in the middle. Matos, the right-winged signing I've already showed you. Petkovic, the other one from Partisan, they both know what they're doing, and I put Jay Hansen pressing forward with Mitchell. But our bench looks better all of a sudden. Our bench looks like a bench. Got a good backup keeper. Quing is not the worst centre-back to have on the bench. Probably not great. Probably a mistake in the signing. Vito's a very good left-back or left-winger to have on the bench. Tadibe's, a good midfielder as well. Christiansen's one of the youngsters. Lorenz, Nofru could play up front or on the right. Milosos Chojcek was our captain last season before his big long-term cruciate injury. Going to find it probably hard to play left wing when Adeneni comes in, but for 6 months could do a job. Gareth is here on a contract to be a pressing forward, but Wickham is the one I'm most excited about. 6'4", absolute brute. Bring him in as a target man late in a game, and I think you're going to have someone that can do the business. So with those poor runs of form, I would love to see how this month goes. It's an easier month, you know. Brunswick we can beat. Ingolstadt, you know, on their day, not the easiest, and you know, and Rockstock's a massive game as well. So, you know, there's things that could happen. Maybe we somehow lucky out in beating another Bundesliga side in the cup. You just don't know. But at the minute, the board is happy with me. I think it's important to touch on that too. But we're in a not bad spot. I'll see you guys in a second for more post-com demo, and you will recap what else has happened in today's stream, as well as the conclusion of the episode. Welcome back, YouTube. I did say I wasn't going to be back until post-com demo to recap the stream, but when this happens on stream, you just gotta laugh. Mitchell scores 2 on his debut. We get our 300k. Engel's made 11 saves. We just beat FrankFurt 3-0. 3-0 in the cup. We had 8 shots to their 29. Expected XG was lower than theirs. Possession was interesting. Engel made a massive amount of saves. Mitchell scored a couple. Pekovic even scored a really nice goal. Trap was beat. Here are the goals. We've got to recap it for you. Because, like, did you expect... We won a penalty 40 minutes in. Only shot in the half. 1-0 up. Loving it. We then win the ball back in the middle of the park. It's nice to actually have the ball won back in the middle of the park. Pekovic wins it. Presses a minor slip of ball to Mitchell. 1 touch. Finishes the chances. And I did something in this game you might see a bit more. I put Wickham on at half-time and stopped playing out from the back, and we went a bit longer because we're not good enough at it. Seemed to work. Anyway, when Stefan found Yepi, Yepi found Pekovic, drives inside, beats one, drives into the gap, and leaves Trap. Well, Trap probably should make the save, but leaves him not much of a chance because he blasts it. And we win again. I don't know when the draw for the next round of the cup is. I don't even care. I don't know how we're here. And I think the cup is single-handedly going to keep me in a job if we get relegated next year. So yeah, there you go. Post-com demo coming up more than likely. I just beat FrankFurt and I haven't won a game in the league. YouTube, Damien, it isn't post-com Damien though. It is Damien still on stream. We've been live for 5 hours and have no signs of stopping. I do have to be out of the state, or out of Adelaide at least, for work for the next 2 days. So just getting in a lot of content now on stream. If you're ever interested on stream, links down below. Come follow us live on Twitch. The form has turned. It's the 24th of October. This will be the end of episode 9, and the form has finally turned. So as you can see here, right, a lot of losses, as you can see. But in the DFL pocket, we beat Cologne in the Bundesliga side, and we absolutely FM Frankfurt, which you see. We then lost to Darmstadt 4-0. I was like, really, is it ever going to end? And we were 1-0 down against Braunschweig, who came up with us. We eventually showed from fight and resolve, lads. We scored in the 17th minute. Brandon Mitchell's been fantastic. Pekovic scored. Wickham off the bench got us the winner. Ingolstadt, we drew 1-1. We then drew 2-2 to Killian after leading 2-0, who that was second at the time, so we'll take that, but leading 2-0. Mitchell with another brace. Drew 0-0 to Rockstock, who were just above us. And then we beat Dresden 3-1, and we just beat an SVS, who were bottom of the table, 1-0. Brandon Mitchell has been out of this world, ladies and gentlemen. 5 goals in 7, fantastic. Unfortunately, can't say much about Jay Hess, which is JS's boy. Developing fantastically. No goals in 9, averaging a 6.41. Definitely got to give him time because he's definitely, in terms of like statistics, the stats on screen, and he's probably the potential. I think he's going to be better than Mitchell. I just feel like he's got more growth in him. He's a bit more, explosive. But Mitchell's just banging in goals with Jay Hess isn't. And full credit to where is he? Rico, Wickham. Every time he's come in, he's just looked like dangerous. He just as a target man, he drops a little bit deeper and he gets into the box and he does all the sort of things that you love him to do. So yeah, Ricardo, Wickham, fantastic as well. But the score's looking good. We're looking great, and we're in a good spot. And I just thought before we get too far ahead, end episode 9. So here we are. That's your recap. We're 13th, 12 points, 3 points outside 16th, which is that playoff game to go down. And we are 6 points clear of Braunschweig, who we did beat, of course, and Braunschweig, that we did beat, of course, and came up with us last season. Anyhow, from Damon and everybody else here in episode 9, links down below. Go like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you're enjoying how the content's coming out, let me know in the comment section. But most importantly, Twitch, go give it a follow. and you know, you get to watch all this madness live and gameplay. I highly recommend, and the boys in the Twitch chat do too. Anyway, from Dave and everybody else here, I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.